Quiet on set. The frame back from powder coat. Travis is working on the bed. Chad is at Frank. Yeah.
Wait, fuck, baby wrong.
Can you get me in the shot? Yeah. Am I in the shot? So, on this Chevrolet C10 square body, we installed a Porterbuilt kit up front, some slosh tubs, powder coated all the Porterbuilt stuff, and painted all the frame. We actually did this truck with the engine still in it, which is a first for us. In the rear, we made our own kit. We narrowed the axle to fit the 22x10 coys. It's got an AccuAir 5-gallon CVT mounted to the side, an Optima battery mounted in front of that, and it's down the road. See you later. Really? You want to use that? Yeah.
I brought my truck here to Jeremy at Trey 5 Customs, and I couldn't be happier with the work. They did exactly what I envisioned. They worked with me all the way through. They'll have my next project for sure. Yeah.
Scott with GSI Machine and Fab down here in Chandler. Working on this OBS chassis for Joey G's SEMA build. Not too long ago, Joey hits me up and says, hey, I need an OBS for SEMA. I'm like, cool, 2020 sound good? No, 2019. I said, yeah. I talked to the guys and they were like, you're crazy, don't tell them yes, tell them no. I said yes. Kind of cutting it down to the wire, but I know when we get this thing done, get it over to Jeremy, they're gonna knock it out and just take it to the moon, you know. SEMA's a rad show, everybody knows about it. Joey's truck will be probably one of the nicest ones out there. Between our chassis, Jeremy's work, Frank's paint, all that kind of stuff, it's the recipe for perfection. All right, there's your chassis, Jeremy. It's coming your way, dude.
It's middle of September. We finally got the chassis here from GSI. Dropped the cab on it. We're gonna get the bed on it, measure for how much it needs to be body dropped, figure out how to open the bed so we can see this badass chassis. We gotta get the front end on, figure out the tubs, and then get the cab back over to Frank so he can paint the firewall. Wheels and tires should be here next week. Engine and transmission should be here next week. We got a lot to do in a little bit of time, so we're gonna keep moving on it.
So are we ready? Yep. Are we ready? We got Brandon's 48 over here. We're trying to get the bed blocked out so we can get it primered, then reblocked and painted, hopefully by the end of next week. Well, really want to do it by tomorrow or Friday, but hopefully by the end of next week.
Cruising along on Brandon's 48 Chevy. Frank and those guys knocked out the paint job. We got the body mounted on, started doing all the wiring and everything, finishing the plumbing, getting the AccuAir working, set the front end on the truck, and we've got had a couple issues getting it running, but nothing major. It's running. Get the fuck out of here. We got Oscar's frame back from powder coat. We have the bed being worked on, finishing up some welding on it. We have the cab over at Eye Candy getting primered, bodywork, and ready for paint. Super excited for SEMA. We have a lot of work to do. It's middle of September here. Luckily this truck's just about done with us. The Impala is just about ready. It's actually head interior already. We got Joey's truck and we've got Oscar's truck both left to finish. And we've just barely started Oscar's, so kind of crunch time around here, worst it's ever been for us. Hopefully we'll get through it and be the heroes at the end of the day.
Brian's gonna interrupt. So